Hello there, Jaina here, and Luna, my parrot. So, early on in your journey, after you discover your gender identity, you want to express it. It's the only natural follow-up in this sequence of things. And you can express your gender identity in so many ways. And it's not just full-blown transition or hormones. You can start expressing your gender identity immediately. I'm speaking in this video, as most videos, unfortunately, only to male to females because that's who I am. And I don't want to speak from a standpoint of understanding or pretending to understand FTMs, because I don't. I wish I could have more help for you men out there, but this is speaking to my fellow ladies, and I hope that's okay. So when you discover your gender identity, you think of the biggest, most vibrant things you could do, such as what you can wear, or even how you can talk. But not all of those are practical things you can do right away. In fact, you have to start very small. I mean, 99% of the situations, I'd imagine, require you easing into it. You can't just say, ha, ta-da, especially if you're an adult. And even if you're a teenager, you still have the parents to deal with. I will be a little bit distracted in this video because my parrot Luna is so cute, but she also likes to climb on me and sometimes bite me. So I'll start out with my story. When I first discovered that I am a woman, and after I told my wife, of course, I wanted to express myself to the world, but I didn't want to tell the world what was going on quite yet. I was still determining if this was really me, if I really was a woman. And I think that's really important. Before you live out loud, you have to be sure you're confident within. Because if you are on a shaky foundation, that will come through. Trust me. When I started coming out to people before, I was most certainly convinced, or I guess convinced, but convinced doesn't seem like a good word for this. But I'll use it for now. Before I was really fully convinced in my gender identity, I still wanted to act out as female, and my shaky foundation resulted in me kind of making a fool of myself in several social situations where I'd bring it up, or I would come out to someone and they would have a question and I would not have the answer. And I will talk about that elsewhere. But for now, as soon as I realized, hey, this is me, I am female, I wanted to express myself. And how did I do it? Well, the very first thing I did, I painted my nails. Actually, my wife painted them for me. But you could paint them too, it's very easy. And it won't take long before you have a steady hand. I'm going to hold the camera with one hand as I show you. So, I gotta say, this is probably only my 12th time or so painting my own nails, and they're already chipped, and I only painted them like 3 days ago. That's right, nails do not last long. In fact, you're lucky if you get a few days out of them without chipping, because we're practical creatures. We work with our hands. This specific, the glare is too much to show it, but I did a primer coat, then I did 2 of the color coats, and then I topped it off with a top coat, which is the glitter, but you can't really see it. Now, just the nails alone attracted a lot of attention. Most of that attention was nonverbal. It was a glance, a prolonged gaze at my hands. And then the people went about with the conversation or whatever they were doing. And this happened in both people I knew and both people I didn't know. Mostly in people I know, because they know me, they have known me. And I got some questions. And those questions were like, what's the deal with this? What does that stand for? Is this significant? They wanted to see the meaning and purpose behind it, because the average person does not just go out and paint their nails. So I had to quickly come up with something, and I came up with this on the spot. I said, I wanted to try this out. I've never done this before, and I wanted to see about expressing my colorful personality in other ways. And that worked most of the time. So other people would say, well, why do you think your personality is colorful? Like, what's worth expressing? And I had to get creative on the spot without giving everything away. And I went as far as saying I have a sensitive aesthetic side that I like to embrace. And this is just one of those ways that I'm embracing that. They didn't really prod too much further. But if they had, I would have to go deeper with it. And I would have to decide, is this person worth telling? Another one you could use is, I will tell, this means something, but I will tell you later. Right now is not the good time, because X, Y, and Z. And X, Y, and Z could be come up with on the spot. Another way I expressed myself was with a necklace and bracelets. So my bracelets, as I show, a lot, because I love them, are these bracelets. Just to give you some inspiration, and I'm blocking the light, of course. One of them is a string bracelet. The rest are beads. And really quickly to show you this other hand. It says Jaina. Is it? I think it's backward. Oh, because I'm pointing the camera the other way. That's why. Bracelets are great because not many people immediately see them as feminine. Maybe in the past, but times are changing very rapidly, and bracelets are embraced by so many cisgender males. So you can even go really colorful with bracelets and not attract attention. And they are a very efficient way, especially when paired with nail paint, to express your feminine side. Next is necklaces. These are getting a bit more sensitive and feminine, but you can wear necklaces. And you could even find some androgynous necklaces that don't scream male or female, but to you they scream female. It might be your favorite colors or a lighter shade of your favorite colors. It might be the trans flag colors. Perhaps the biggest advice I have to give, or idea, suggestion, is think of some sort of awareness you can promote. So when someone asks, why are you wearing a, let's say, lavender and light blue bracelet? You could even say, I'm supporting transgender rights as an ally of the LGBTQ community. That one works really well because that taps into people's desire to support others, if they're decent human beings, that is. And if they're not decent human beings, you shouldn't even be near them, right? But if you have to be near them, you can come from a standpoint of where you are supporting a cause, a minority community, and you're showing your support to them and offering them strength, right? I mean, this is all wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Little do they know that you're a member of that community. It reminds me of something I did on Facebook early on, a few weeks before I came out on Facebook, and that was sharing a long, heartfelt letter to the LGBT community. And I even mentioned transgender specifically several times within. And so many people love it and responded very favorably to it. Little did they know that in a few weeks I would be coming out to them as transgender, an honorary member of the LGBTQ community. It was a nice little tiny, haha kind of thing. Posting that, and they didn't know. I don't know. It kind of made me giggle a little bit. But of course I wasn't hiding information. I was only delaying information from them. Footnail. Toenail paint is another great thing you could do. And toes are easy to cover up. But when you're at home alone or lounging with your special someone, you could have your toes free and wild and so colorful. Oh my god, how good it feels to see your toes painted. Another one you could do, wear tights underneath your long jeans or slacks. That will give you that warm comfort hug on your lower half while hiding it from everyone else. When I was solely a cross-dresser in private, I would love to wear tights underneath my jeans because I knew that I was wearing a very feminine piece of clothing and no one else knew about it. What else? The hair. The hair, if you are blessed to have it, is great to express yourself. I colored my hair with the thanks to my wife long before I even realized that I identified as transgender female. And it almost helped give me that extra nudge in that direction. I felt something warm and fuzzy within, like, wow, I feel really feminine right now, and it's weird. It's a conflicting feeling. I shouldn't feel this way as a cisgender male, but hair is a great thing you could do, and so many people out there are coloring their hair. So you won't really attract too much negative attention. At the worst, you'll get some compliments out in the wild. I get like 3 compliments a day when I leave the house, that is. Which is most days, I promise. When I leave the house, I get compliments left and right from people saying, oh my god, I love your hair. And it's just, it has so many wins. Like, you get that warm and fuzzy of someone else having an admiration for your style and hair. And you also get that confidence and warm and fuzzy from knowing that you are expressing your feminine side. After a while, I started amping it up a bit. I started adding on light makeup. And foundation is perfect for that, because if you find a shade that is close to your own, you could go quite heavy on the foundation without people paying too much attention. And if they ask, you'd say, I'm covering up skin blemishes. And you could always revert to that whole, oh, I'm trying this out just to see how it is, and laugh it off. Little do they know that you have no intention of ever quitting. Depending on your area, you could go even further. Eyeliner is a great one. I used to go heavy on the under eyeliner, and I know I'm terrible saying that while wearing heavy under eyeliner today, but that's just my style today. I'm trying it out. But normally go very light on the lower eyeliner and keep to the upper because it's more natural looking, and it brings more height appearance to your eyes. It makes them appear like they're larger. Apologies for this eyeshadow. It's really conflicting with everything else on me right now, but I'm not gonna undo it, so you're stuck with me. Oh, you'll also notice that I'm laying down, and it's something I do from time to time because it flattens out my features. I have very saggy skin, so it helps balance my my skin, and I'm hoping that with enough hormones, my skin will firm or soften enough so that I look like this all the time. Because I cannot go around life being wheeled around lying on a bed. What else? Well, you know, that's... Oh, piercings. How did I forget piercings? I have a little piercing on my right ear. You can't see it. I'm going to attempt to blindly focus on it. Piercings suck for that moment they're getting done, and they kind of suck for the weeks after, but once they heal, you don't even notice they're there. And I'm going to be getting more piercings, and maybe even a nose piercing. So those are also things you can do, depending on the tolerance or sensitivity of people in your area. Because it all really comes down to, are you safe? Are you going to be safe while expressing your feminine side before you could go full blown? Alright, that's all. I want to keep this one short and sweet. I hope there was some valuable insight in there, and I'll make sure to make a list in the comments or in the description so you could read that and not watch little old me with my bird. This is Luna. She is about 4 years old. She's a Goffin's cockatoo. She requires no makeup. Though I do want to paint her nails, but my wife won't let me. Right now she's being cute and cuddly. But normally she's really, really bad. Oh my gosh, 4 minutes of talking? That's forever. How dare you waste your time away watching the likes of me? Or 7 minutes at 2x speed, which I highly recommend. And I apologize for my shaky hands. They are being held up and they're kind of getting tired. Perhaps that's the testosterone depleting my system. Yay! Yay for a mass exodus of male hormones. Not that male hormones are bad. They're awesome if you identify as male. But when you don't, things get sticky. I'm hoping you enjoyed this video. This is Lady JASLYN singing you a small song. Wait, why am I singing? I'm not supposed to sing yet. Alright, let me know how I'm doing. My other video on autism, got a lot of views because I shared it on Reddit. And some people disliked it, and that's okay. People are allowed differing opinions. But I at least wish they left a comment saying why they disliked it. Because I don't know. How am I supposed to improve and make better quality content if you don't tell me what I'm doing wrong? Or what you think I'm doing wrong? Is it my makeup? Is it how I talk? Is it my shakiness? Is it all those filler words I say because and Is it the weird faces I make? Ooh, that was a gross one. Never do that again, Jaina. You can't really see my cool top. There we go. This is one of my very first tops I bought with my wife and I online, and it is very lacy. When I was cross-dressing alone, by alone I mean that was the only feminine thing I did, and I thought it was just some sort of sensuality outlet or a fetish. When I was cross-dressing, I liked the super feminine, nightwear kind of stuff. Black, lacy, silky. Gotta rest my hand. Whew. It's been a long day. Yeah, I like that really overtly feminine stuff. Over the top. And I don't really wear that kind of stuff too often anymore. I love dresses. I love skirts. And I haven't gotten into jeans and a t-shirt kind of style yet. Because I'm still expressing my feminine side. Or as I like to say, I'm expressing and releasing my girl rage. Hear me purr. Okay, that's it. Farewell from Jaina and Luna. You have a splendiferous, spectacular day. Spectacular, what the hell? Anyway. Bye-bye.